So here's another thing about mental illness is that there seems to be two main types of mental illness. Actual mental illness, which can have a genetic component, mental fluctuations in neurochemicals. There's actually something physical going on that's leading to the misalignment in mental perception. And then there's pseudo mental illness, which shows up as mental illness in the response to situations, which is because if you have been exposed to or lived in situations that are not conducive to mental balance, and everyone's brain seeks mental balance, your brain is going to find that balance one way or another. So your brain might find kind of a maladaptive roundabout way that might be okay in certain situations, especially within the home, within your family, or at least not. Like your parents have a better understanding of what they are more forgiving, so you can act certain ways that wouldn't be okay outside of the home. But so your brain might find maladaptive ways to meet your needs, which can be okay in certain situations, but not okay in the general population, and get you into trouble and cause you to not be able to experience life fully, because in the past it's led to traumatic interactions, it's led to harmful situations, stuff like that. So your brain actually, the more this happens, your brain will actually shut down your efforts towards growth, and that can be. So there is a mental illness crisis in the world, especially in the United States. That's the bad news. The good news is, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are experiencing more of a form of pseudo mental illness than actual mental illness, where there's so much stimulation, there's so much overstimulation and sensory reception that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. People's brains have naturally found maladaptive ways to regain mental balance in order to function in society. So a lot of people don't actually have mental illness. Most people don't. Most people experience mental fluctuations, which is normal throughout the day and throughout life. But the brain can find very strange ways of regaining mental balance. And that's really why we have to have ways of keeping everybody in line with the stability that's needed for society, civilizational stability and growth. And so the good news is most people aren't actually crazy. Most people don't actually have mental illness. They have a form of pseudo mental illness that looks like mental illness that might even make them think they have mental illness. And I think that's why there's a stigmatization to talking about mental illness, is because no one wants to shine a light on the fact that they might be crazy, and just talking about something makes people think, oh, maybe it's me. And you know what, maybe it is, but that's not a bad thing. I mean, it's better to talk about something. In substance abuse, they say admitting something is half the battle. Admitting that you have a problem is half the battle. And then you can actually improve the problem, or improve and treat what you can to be better. And being better can lead to having a more fulfilling human experience, because that's what we're here for. It makes everything better. When you are more mentally balanced and grounded, you can be more of a have more of a fulfilling human experience. And society is set up in a way that allows us to have that experience. So wouldn't you want to have a fulfilling experience as human, and not just the minimum experience of being a human? Think about it.